Alright, guys, so this is going to be another episode of the Truce from the Top. And we're going to talk a little bit about money today. I won't get into some of the topics that are related to money. Some of them are a little more shady, if you will. But I will talk on some other things of realizing how trophy system and stuff. Money has a pretty big impact on your rank, and it's kind of another obvious one. But I was gonna hit these obvious ones first, and then we'll delve deeper into the slightly more intricate ones. Maybe some things people don't really know too much about. But I do have some points to talk about money-wise, and we'll try to talk about the ones mostly that the general public probably knows about. But so money, you need money to buy games, and well, a lot of it. There's so many short games nowadays. I mean, it was always the case back then. Well, maybe not always. Maybe not like on the onset. But you definitely need more money to buy more games. And once you get all the trophies in the game, you need to buy another game to get more trophies. Because you can't get the trophies in the same game. No, the exact same region of the exact same game, I should say. We'll get into stacks in another episode, but yeah, you can buy the same game multiple times to get the trophies again and again. But yeah, we'll talk about that some more in another episode. So, and then yeah, some of these games now you're basically getting sold the game based on the trophies, because you can get the trophies really quick, and then it's like you pay money to get the trophies and then you just move on. And yeah, if that's how you're playing it, then you're gonna need more money to get more games, as opposed to buying one game that you play like for a ton of time, have a lot of fun with, and just continual hours of fun and enjoyment, as opposed to 5 minutes and on to the next one. But yeah, and then also too, finance-wise, trophy games are a lot cheaper now. Like, back in the day, the big, quick trophy games were like visual novels that were like $60. And it was really a case of, wow, people just can't afford these. Now it's more, there's a lot of cheap costing plats. I guess they're kind of cheap in the sense of you don't have to do hardly anything in them as well. Cheap squared plats. But a lot more people can afford them, but not everyone can afford like all of them, because that still does add up. And before, like back in the day when it was like every one plat mattered more. So your $60 VN got you more ahead of everyone else. Now you need a greater quantity of trophies to be like have the same gap between you, I guess, in a sense, because they kind of like they have less value now, in my opinion. Like, just the pure quantity number. Again, I'm not saying that your Cuphead plat is not valuable. I'm saying that the general sense of numbers of your trophy counts much easier to rank up nowadays. So then you need more games to, I don't know, comparatively to have the same rank as somebody else. I'll probably think of some better way to explain this, because I think this is like the third time I've touched on that, and I hope some people get the point I'm trying to make, where like the gap of one level was so much safer feeling back in the day, and now it's just like snap of the fingers, an hour has gone by and they have earned 8 plats. So yeah. Other thing that money would let you do is some people gotta work multiple jobs because of more money. So this does kind of play into the time thing. But I mean, if you got a good stable job and you don't have to work 18 hours a day, you're gonna have more time to game. So yeah, like I said, a lot of these are gonna interweave and intertwine. Other thing, it does let you buy systems as well, because there's multiple systems that you can get the trophies on, and some of the systems have different. Well, they gonna have different games or different stacks, and some people can't like afford a Vita or something. They just got their PS4 and they're not gonna spend money for a Vita or PS3 or whatnot. And then some things also buying the same multiple of the same system does help for some things. Not as much nowadays. It was more of a thing back in the day, I feel, but or you could be like auto running a game or something, but I'll get into auto running also in another episode. Some other things that money plays a factor in: microtransactions in games. So again, this is kind of like time wise, but it's not in that many games, but there's a few games where spending money will get you like in-game items to make it easier, or just let you get, I don't know, just get all the trophies faster, get certain trophies faster. One of them that comes to my mind, Jetpack Joyride, and it's probably not the best example. Well, the microtransaction was like $2 or $1 or something, but it doubled the amount of coins that you picked up. So for the get all the coins trophy, or get a certain amount of coins, if you bought that, it would take you half the amount of time to finish the game. That was one of the very few microtransactions I did buy, I will admit to that one. I am not a big fan of microtransactions, though. I usually will, other than like that time, try to play as free as possible because I already bought the game. I mean, I guess there are some free to play ones, but and another point is it's kind of along the lines of buying more games, but DLCs, buying the DLCs for games. I am not a fan of DLCs releasing and you having to go back for trophies for my 100% purposes, but yeah, a lot of people just won't buy the DLC. I mean, it's like, yeah, definitely additional costs, and some of these DLCs are expensive, but it does give you access to more trophies, and some of the trophies you can just get pretty quickly. So, and then, yeah, I mean, main one is like quantity of games. Especially because you could just buy a ton of games and get a lot of trophies and not like necessarily finish them and move on to the next ones faster. You could kind of do that as well. But so yeah, I guess that's kind of a brief talk about the money financial aspect of how much money you got. That's gonna play a role in how you can compete on the leaderboards, which is another, unfair advantage that some have over others. And like I said, there's other unfair advantages that are kind of getting around the money issue. But we will get into those in another episode because I don't want to spoil everything for you. But I could just go on. I could make this like a 1 episode series that would be like 3 to 5 hours long. But Alright, we'll leave it at that for the day. Everybody have a good night, good morning, enjoy your games. Thanks for watching. Hopefully, I'll see you guys again next time. And if you got any input on this topic, feel free to leave a comment because I like reading them comments. So, yeah. Goodbye, everybody.